Well, hello and welcome to Star 97 FM Spotlight on New Music. I'm the Rev Randy Taylor. Thanks very much for joining us here today. You know, people refer to bands they've not heard before as garage bands or indie bands or alternative bands and bar bands. And as such, almost every radio station has chosen to shy away and only play music from bands who are signed and who are already charting. Wow, that takes a lot of courage. That's not what the music business was meant to be. It's our position here at Star that radio stations should be involved in discovering great new talent and new music. Every major artist, think about it. They had somebody give them a listen for us, and that's how they got found. Remember that band, the Rolling Stones? It happened for them too. So joining us today, not one, but two artists who've come together to collaborate, singer Jenna Stirrup and songwriter, producer Gabriel Iwako. Thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate this.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We're in this this global world of music right now. I have no concept. Where are you from?
I'm from Thunder Bay, Ontario.
I'm also from Thunder Bay, Ontario, born and raised, but currently living in Barrie, Ontario.
Oh, one of my old hometowns. That's where I first started in radio. Was in Barrie.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not hitchhiking back and forth, are you, Jenna? No. No. All right, that's cool. So, a question off the top. It's it's so interesting. I mean, we're all born these pink screaming, farting babies, and then we go on in life and we end up picking something. So, getting into the music business, how did that happen, and why for you, Jenna?
For me, it was, my grandma always sang before she passed away at a young age. And then my stepmom sang, always, and she's in a band still to this day. So I just picked it up as a kid, and music's always been like my escape from things. So I kept going with it.
Kept going. How long for you?
You know what? I've been singing probably since I can remember. My mom used to cry when I'd sing her the Titanic song.
Jack, come back. Come back.
Yeah, come back.
Let him drown. Good God. You guys are wuss. Let him drown. So it's always been in your blood, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you play?
No, I don't. I can hear music and stuff, and I can play it if I hear it, but I don't know music notes or nothing like that.
Yeah, right on. No, that's you got a great instrument, and that's most bands are dying. I listened to the track before we had a chance to go on air here, and I thought, oh God, one day I'll die and come back and I'll have a voice. So that'd be pretty cool. What about you? Roy, how and why, and how'd you get into this?
Well, for me, I kind of always grew up on late night family jam sessions. It was from a family of starving artists, basically. So that was always our Saturday nights or Sunday nights. It was always the entire family getting together and just jamming, playing music together. So for me, I always had a inspiration for music. I'd be sitting there and experimenting different instruments, breaking strings, breaking drumsticks, and it's just something I've always had a passion for. I've always written, and it's just kind of also, like Jenna says, been a getaway for me for.
Right. So back in the day when you were just jamming with your family and having fun and stuff like that, what age? When did it start?
Oh, geez, probably from as far as I can remember, probably 5, 6 anyways, trying to pick up
from that age.
Yeah, pianos, guitars, bass, but never really excelled at it. So I kind of stuck more to the writing and producing of it.
What, for you, Roy, when did the light go off and you thought, you know what, damn it, I want to do this for a living?
Well, for me, it was just a bit after this pandemic started. I've always done it, and I've had more time to focus on it, working from home, being from home. So, I've been spending all my days, all my nights, just kind of as a hobby, doing it for the passion because it brings me happiness. And
are you married?
I have a girlfriend for 7 years, so hopefully soon, but not
All
at this
right.
moment.
No, I just
Pretty much.
I just didn't know if you were writing just because you were a lonely man, right? So,
No, she's got to put up with me singing and tapping my feet constantly. I don't shut up.
God love her. You know, the spouses behind the scene, they get full marks, right? So what about you? You two have been working, doing your own solo thing. What's the story of you two coming together?
Well, basically, we were childhood friends back in the day, and once I moved away from Thunder Bay about 10 years ago, we kind of lost touch, and I eventually started sharing my stuff on my social media. I eventually saw her singing a song of "This City" by Sam Fisher, and it really inspired me. Loved her voice, and I reached out to her, rekindled an old friendship, and just started working together. She needed a songwriter and a producer, and I needed a singer, so it kind of just all fell into place.
So you met back in the day, Jenna. How old were you?
Oh God, like 12, 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah,
also,
young.
I was friends with her brother too. We were always around the same people, grew up in the same neighborhood. So it's a pretty small city in Thunder Bay. So
Jenna, a true story. When he reached back out to you after all these years, did you think he's hitting on me? Right?
No.
No, it wasn't like that. No,
I was honored, but no.
wasn't anywhere. In the movie, that's how it's going to be portrayed.
Oh yeah,
but, right. So
like that.
No. We've got to have some kind of a Disney classic up and down of the screenplay. Right? I mean, it can't just be we kind of hung out when we were kids and then we got together and became successful. No, there's got to be that that unrequited love and all that stuff. That'll be in the movie. Don't worry about that. So the two of you coming together, how would you describe your sound? If somebody said, I haven't heard these these people before, haven't heard this band, haven't heard the album, tell me what it's like.
Country pop, indie.
Pop rock. Yeah, I'd say a little bit of mix of everything.
Yeah. I'm pretty good with making any song sound good. So.
But I mean, you don't sound like Justin Bieber.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Right. No, it's what's so interesting, and maybe it's because I'm jilted and I've been in this business so long, is that when somebody mentions the word pop, you automatically go, oh no, it goes over there. I don't listen to pop.
Yeah.
Right. This is just my own 2 cents. It doesn't sound like pop. Pick another descriptive for it. So, is there a certain sound though that is going to carry on throughout the album of the song we're going to listen to?
That'd be one for Gabe.
I would say it's more of a soft rock kind of album. I'd describe it as. Yeah.
So the new album is called Hobbies Over Habits. Sometimes when I remember Kim Mitchell when he used to be on Q107 in Toronto. I don't even remember listening to him, but Kim, being a solo artist and being with Max Webster and everything else, he had this great feature on his show, and he would play a song and he would say, "Damn, I wish I wrote that." Right. And then he would play it on guitar live on the air. And it was a really cool feature. But this strikes me as one of those, one of those titles that you just found, right?
Well, for me, it was, I always use writing as a getaway to when I'm down, when I'm upset, anything. It always brought me peace, brought me happiness. So I mean, I catch myself getting lost in my own thoughts and wasting time. So music really realized, and writing made me realize to use my time and turn those bad habits into a hobby and use my passion towards it. So that's kind of where I've worded that from. What
about you, Jenna?
I relate a lot to music. So lyrics for me are a big thing because, I can turn on any song I want to any mood I'm in. And, when Gabe showed me the song that we did, I felt it. I felt a deep connection to it. It wasn't just his life, but my life at the same time kind of deal. So.
I mean, so many times, you get songs, you get music, you get, people coming together, and people will, often listen to a song for 10 years and then all of a sudden go, oh, I didn't know it was about that. Right. So, what's the, what's the primary, message and secret behind it?
Just don't waste time. Life is short. Go for your goals and do what really makes you feel happy.
Yeah. Don't beat yourself up.
And make a living at it and find a radio station that'll give you some airplay. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny how it all fell into place so fast for us, and then this opportunity came about. So I mean, to us, it's a huge opportunity. And
absolutely, it was like boom, boom, boom. It was just a thought in our heads, and then all of a sudden, it's reality.
Well, and that's what I've always found, that the things that are meant to be, sometimes in the beginning you get to push the easy button. Doesn't mean the band's not going to break down, that all kinds of things. You get, guitars get stolen. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of, things that happen in the future. But for both of you sitting here right now, kind of on the cusp of starting this, where do you want it to go?
Hey, I'd love for it to go anywhere. I mean, it'd be really cool to, become a famous artist and travel the world and perform and stuff like that. Like that's the dream, right? So
100%. So there's an interesting question. Performing live, putting it together in the studio, which one wins?
Studio.
Probably studio.
Studio, yeah. like the part of
at this moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
I mean, it's apparently being on stage in front of 80,000 people in front of Wembley Stadium, that doesn't suck either, right? So
no, that's the dream.
That would be all right.
The goal to work towards anyway.
Listen, it's early in your career, but musicians always have a voice, and something that I have loved about the business that I'm in is that they have the ability to get a message out there. If you guys could fix one thing in the world right now, seriously, right? Here's the baton. You get to fix this. What is it?
For me, equality.
Yeah, that's a good one. Equality for me too.
So you didn't vote for the last president in the U.S.?
No.
Not likely. I mean, isn't it insane that in 2021 we're still talking about just getting along, right? And getting who's tall and who's short and who's white and who's black, and it's like, for God's sakes,
yeah,
it's just time to grow the hell up, right?
Live and let live. That's what I live by. Live and let live.
For sure. And that sounds like a great name to a song. Maybe you should.
Maybe.
All right. Final question. All right. I'm going to now wave the wand and say, this whole music thing never happened. Right. But you still got to do something that you love. Jen, what was it?
I'd be okay with it. I mean, I'd continue to do what I do because I love it. No, you're not playing the game, Jen. We're going to kick you off the show. All right, you're off the island. No. There's no music business. You're not in this. You have to pick something else. What would I'd be a heavy equipment mechanic.
What's that?
I'd be a mechanic.
No. Wow.
I already worked as one for 4 years.
Right on. Well, that's very cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I've actually gone to school for construction engineering, and I'm a gas technician by trade as well. So for me, it's I've loved architecture, and so to me, my dream, other than music, was being an architect.
Right on. It's always fascinating. You get to that fork in the road, and a little kid sitting in their living room and listening to the family jam, and somebody else, a couple hundred miles away, is inspired by a grandparent. And here we sit today about to introduce a song that you guys wrote that, our greatest hope is that, people get to hear this and they become inspired by it and they buy it, and you get to carry on with a career. So can't thank you enough. It means the world. I mean, without people like you, we're just talking heads and nobody's interested in that. And so if you could be so kind to introduce your song, and we will bid you adieu. Thanks again for coming out.
No, I appreciate you having us here. And thanks to Star 97, we'd like to introduce Hobbies Over Habits by Gabriel Roy and Jenna Stirrup.
Been running away but got up in the wrong direction. Thought I found it in me, scared of my own reflection. So close my eyes and I'm lost inside. If I change my mindset, I know I can do anything. Been running for nothing and searching of something. Thought I knew what I was, no clue. I'm becoming so close my eyes and I realize if I change my mindset, I know I can do anything. So talk to me, tell me your feelings, why you'd hide your pain but smile like it's alright. What's wrong with me? Tell me the reasons why you hold your tears inside but cry at night. So talk to me and find your healing to let go this pain and chase your dreams inside. What's wrong with me? I wanna know why you lost hope and fallen so this pain you hold, yeah, just let go and you'll feel stronger when you move onward. Yeah, you'll go farther, just need to